गुरु गौरांग गिरिधारी श्री श्री राधा विनोद बिहारी जू की जाय। श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मरन मोहन जू की जाय। नित्यालल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपार सुतर सुत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज श्रील गुरुदेव की जाय। श्रील गुरुदेव विरह महोत्सव की जाय। Nitya Pravishtam Vishnupara Shuttara Shutta Shishimar Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Gosai Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Nitya Pravishtam Vishnupara Shuttara Shutta Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nitya Pravishtam Vishnupara Shuttara Shutta Shishimar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupara Shuttara Shutta Shishimar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Gosai Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nityalala Nityalala Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Shilakor Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishta Shila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Shila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai. Srila Baladev Vijabhushan Prabhu Ki Jai. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Narottam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu Trai Ki Jai. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Par Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Bhattadas Raghunath Sharda Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanand Dadi Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda Ki Jai. Namachay Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जाय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौरमंडल ब्रजमंडल मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जाय। सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदत्त गिरिराज महाराज की जाय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जाय। श्री यमुना देवी गंगा देवी की जाय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जाय। श्री भक्ति देवी की जय। श्री पूर्णमासी योगमाया की जय। श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय। श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। Hare Krishna. We'll do short Jaidwani and then, Mangalacharan and then begin. Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Srimar Bhakti Vedanta Narayaniti Namine Shri Krishna Lila Katane Sudaksha Audarya Madhurya Gunaishcha Yuktam Varang Varenyam Purushang Mahantam Narayanang Twang Shirasa Namami. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Keshava Bhinna Rupine Shri Srimar Bhakti Vedanta Vamaniti Namine. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Acharya Singharupine Shri Srimar Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Iti Namine. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine. Namo Gora Kishoraya Shakshad Vairagyamurtaye Vipralambara Sambodhe Padam Pujayate Namaha. Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanugavarayate Gauravirbhava Bhumistang Nirdishta Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannatayate Namaha. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Namo mahavadanyaya krishna prema pradayate krishnaya krishna chaitanya namne gauratvishe namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutte Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Tavai vasmi na jivami tvaya vina iti vigyaya devi tvang nayamang charanantikam bhaktya vihina aparada lakshai kshiptascha kamadhitaranga madhye kripa maitvam sharanam prapanna vrinde namaste charanarvindam. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams, Nri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Pradumna Prabhu, Mantramurti Mataji, Shri Devi Didi, Yugal Kishore Kishori Didi, and oh, Jai Dev Prabhu, Haribol. And I see somebody else watching there. If you write a comment, I'll see your name. Dandavat Pranams, everybody. So, um, I don't have any fixed plan for today's program. I thought maybe it'd be nice to start reading, like reading some special Hari Katha from Gurudev, and then we can read different offerings. And also, if anybody here would like to make their own offering, yeah, you're totally welcome to do that. So, but yeah, I think it'd be nice to start off with some some direct Hari Katha from Srila Gurudev, because that was Srila Gurudev's main emphasis was this. Yeah. Anyhow, let's see. Which one should we do? Um, which articles? What's this one? Oh, Napada Eham. That's a very nice one. Srila Gurudev said that was his favorite verse for um from Srimad Bhagavatam. He once mentioned that. Well, somebody asked him what is one of his favorite verses. He mentioned that one. I'm not sure if that's exactly how it went, but it's definitely um this one's nice. Prem Vivarta, love reversed. Maybe let's do this one. What's the previous one? I'm just looking. This one is the power of Prem Nam Sankirtan. I think let's do love reversed. Okay. Okay, so Shri Prem Vivarta, Love Reversed. This is a lecture that Śrīla Gurudev gave in Keshivji Gaudiya Math, Mathura on 21st of April, 2000. Oh, no. I already saw you, right? Yeah. Haribol Sarveshwari Mataji. Right. Okay. Just seeing if anybody else joins. No. Okay. Sri Gauranga's intimate associate, Sri Jagadananda Pandit, writes in his book, Sri Prem Pravarta. He says, Piriti Bolia Tinti Ankar? It's not Akshar? Anyways, Vidita Bhuvana Maje. The three letters, Pi, Ri, Ti, are of universal renown. In other words, these three letters are the essence of everything. We often hear, Dai Akshar Prem Kapade, so Pandita Hoy. Anyone who has realized the 2.5 letters, Prema, is a true scholar. Within the three letters, Pi, Ri, and Ti, lies the essence of the Vedas and Upanishads, especially Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, and the books of the Goswamis. And if you're wondering why, but Pririti looks like 6 letters, but no, in Sanskrit and like in Sanskrit script or Bengali script or any Indian language script, the vowels are connected to the consonants and they become separate characters. So that's why it's three. Piriti. And prem is 2.5 because there's no vowel in between the pa and the ra. So then the pa is like a half. Yeah. Okay. Real love. Yeah. So within these letters, Piriti lies the essence of the Vedas and Upanishads, especially Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, and the books of the Goswamis. Real love is never expressed. Sri Jagadananda Pandit had write that one who is truly in love will never tell their beloved, "Oh, I love you." Will he say that? Never. He will conceal his love. Would he open his heart to his beloved and directly explain the extent of his love? To do so would not be true love or piriti, but rather mundane worldly love. One who is truly in love will never reveal it openly. For example, Srimati Radhika's love for Sri Krishna surpasses all others, yet she never openly expresses her love for him. Instead, she says, Na prema gandosti darapi me haro grandami sobhagya barang prakashito Vangshi vilasya Vangshi vilasya nanalokanam vina Bibharmi yat prana patanga kanvrita. That's from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila 245. Srimati Radhika says, I have not even a cent of love for Sri Krishna. I am crying simply to flaunt whatever fortune I once obtained. If I truly loved him, how could I endure this useless life bereft of the sight of his lotus face as he sports with his flute? Srimati Radhika is sobbing. Alas, I have not even the slightest trace of love for the worshipful feet of Sri Krishna. She is writhing in utter anxiety and crying. The aboriginal girls of Sri Govardhan worship the lotus feet of Sri Krishna with profuse love. The she deer roaming in the Vrindavan forest, and even the clouds in the sky, have immense love for Sri Krishna. The river Yamuna has so much love for him that she embraces his form with her rippling waves on the pretext of bowing at his lotus feet. Alas, I have no such prem. These are the moods of Srimati Radhika. Sriman Mahaprabhu would become absorbed in her moods, and, weeping bitterly, he would speak in this way. Just see, although such love is never expressed, Sri Jagadananda has revealed his heart and has described Mahaprabhu's love. Those truly in love, transcendental love, never say, I love you. Only worldly people with mundane love, with jada prem, speak so openly. Such love is not true love. It's not true prem. It is lust. It is calm. We must transcend this level of love and learn to conceal our prem to protect it from contamination. Contrary emotions. Everything Sri Jagadananda is writing about concerns prem vivarta, the reversed movements of love. An ordinary person can never understand this prem vivarta. An ordinary person can never understand this prem vivarta. Only devotees can understand it. The word avartana means to move or to turn. So vivarta means vishesh avarta, movement that is reversed in a unique manner. It is the state of love when it turns against its natural flow. This was portrayed when Sriman Mahaprabhu departed from Puri to go to Vrindavan, leaving Sri Gadadhar Pandit behind. At that time, Sri Gadadhar told him, "Of what use is my kshetra sannyas? I only took kshetra sannyas to be with you. It was not for any purpose of my own. I do not want it." These contrary emotions were thus churning in his heart. We see another example. Of this in Sri Jagadananda himself. He has written, "I left Sriman Mahaprabhu with his permission and set off for Vrindavan. Alas, who could be more insane? Why did I take his leave?" Sri Jagadananda initially left for Vrindavan, but ended up in Navadvip, which is the real Vrindavan, concealed. Sri Jagadananda was living very closely with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but he never stood before him to say, "I love you." In turn, Sriman Mahaprabhu treated him the same way. After carefully preparing excellent sandalwood oil, Sri Jagadananda underwent great trouble to bring it from Bengal for Mahaprabhu. But Mahaprabhu simply told Govinda to use it in the lamps offered to Sri Jagannath in the temple. Sriman Mahaprabhu loves all of his associates. Was Chota Haridas not his associate? Did Mahaprabhu not have affection for him? According to outsiders, he rejected him. But later he was so anxious to see him that he would inquire, "Oh, what happened to Chota Haridas?" When someone finally informed him that Chota Haridas had committed suicide in Prayag, he simply remarked, "Oh well, good." But then, as a Gandharva, that same Haridas would secretly come and sing for Mahaprabhu. He had not rejected him after all. To the eyes of outsiders, Sri Ramachandra banished Sri Sita Devi. But did he really reject her? There's no question of him rejecting her. She is not someone to reject. If you have true love, if you have true prem for someone, you can never leave them. Lust can easily be abandoned, but no one can possibly abandon a prakrita prem, true spiritual love. Could Sri Ram leave Sita? Could she leave him? Or could she leave him? He simply staged her exile, and then he waited for her in their spiritual abode. Once Sri Yashoda bound Sri Krishna to a grinding mortar. Sometimes she brandishes a stick at him chastises him and threatens to punish him. Sometimes she even slaps him and twists his ear. What is this? Is this prem? It is prem vivarta. It is the reversed movements of love. What can truly be understood from an external perspective? If another person sees us chastising our child, they will think we are very cruel, and they will assume that we have no love for our child. But our chastisement is in fact an example of prem vivarta. Prem is thus extremely difficult to understand. As Sri Yashoda sometimes threatens Krishna with a stick or twists his ear, Sri Shachimaya also chastises Gaur Hari, and sometimes she punishes him. She punishes him by keeping him home from school. Sri Krishna Chandra left Vrindavan and went to Mathura and then Dwarka. In the eyes of all, this act was extremely cruel. The gopis were writhing in the pain of separation from him. They were dying as they wept and cried out to him. Even Uddhav could not bear this sight. How could Sri Krishna be so cruel? He thought. How could he have left this place? How could he leave those who are crying for him? But in truth, Krishna did not leave, and neither Sri Radha nor Sri Krishna ever forgot each other. This is an example of Madhan Bhav, the paramount expression of Prem, manifested solely in the meeting of Sri Radha Krishna. According to the Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Krishna left Vraj and never again returned to meet the Vrajvasis. And never again returns to meet the Vrajvasis. This is Prem Vivarta. This is love reversed. It is beyond the understanding of the ordinary man. Thus, Prem, true love, is completely incomprehensible. And as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 14, verse 5, it is especially unique and rare in this world. Muktanam apisiddhanam narayana parayana sadurlabha prashantatma kotishvapi mahamune. O illustrious sage, among millions of liberated, perfected souls, one may be a devotee of Sri Narayan. Such peaceful devotees are extremely rare. We understand that this verse refers to one with prema bhakti. Among thousands and even millions of such devotees, a single Vraj Bhakta who is developing the moods of the gopis is extremely rare, beyond mundane limitation. Sriman Mahaprabhu's dear Jaga, Sri Jagadananda, says, Chandidasa Vidyapati Karnamrita Rayer Kiti E Sab Amulya Shastra Jana E Sabe Nahi Ko Kam E Sab Premer Dham Aprakrita Tahate Vidhan. That's from chapter 16 of Prem Vivarta, verse 12. One should know all these invaluable scriptures, the songs of Chandidas and Vidyapati, Sri Bilvamangal Thakur's Sri Krishna Karnamrita, and Sri Rai Ramananda's Sri Jagannatha Vallabh Natak and his many songs. No lust contaminates these scriptures, which are abodes of immaculate prem and are of the nature of transcendence. The words Rayar Giti refer to Sri Rai Ramananda's many songs, one of which is as follows. Pahile hi raga nayana bhange bela anudina bharala avadina gela. At first, this is from Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 8, 194. At first, We grew attached to each other through exchanges of shy glances. That attachment grew day by day and never found an end. Sri Jagadananda Pandit has written, Stri Purusha Vivaran, Je Kichu Tahi Varnan, She Sab Upama Upama Matrasar. Any description about ordinary men and women that may be found in these books is simply a comparison made for the sake of explanation. Lusty people, however, will assume that these descriptions concern ordinary men and women. The transcendental moods of Shri Radha and Shri Krishna cannot be described in mundane language, which is crippled by its airs, boundaries, and limitations. The mundane is bound by limitations. For example, who can understand Draupadi's relationship with Shri Krishna? She is the wife of Arjuna and his brothers, who are all Shri Krishna's very dear friends, and he is theirs. But Draupadi, their wife, also addresses Krishna as her Saka, as her dear intimate friend, and he in turn addresses her as his Saki. Why and how can he interact with her in this way? In the eyes of the world, this is extremely difficult to reconcile. Naturally, she sees the Pandavas as her husbands, yet she sees Shri Krishna as her beloved. This is impossible and unacceptable from a worldly perspective. Also, Kunti Devi, as Krishna's aunt, is a mother to him. But what are her feelings for him? Who is Krishna to her? Externally, she nurtures motherly affection, Vatsalya Bhav, for him. But internally, she experiences something quite different. She loves him as her Pran Vallabha, the beloved of her life. In what way is Uttara, Parikshit Maharaja's mother, related to Shri Krishna? He was her father-in-law's brother, he was her father-in-law's brother-in-law and cousin. And there's a footnote here. Because Shri Krishna's younger sister was Uttara's mother-in-law, he was like her uncle. By age, she could be Krishna's granddaughter. But her own son, Parikshit Maharaj, is instructing her to maintain her present external relationship with Krishna, yet to feel that he is her beloved. This is impossible in this world. Moreover, even though Parikshit Maharaj is a man, he also regards Shri Krishna as the beloved of his life. Anyone, man or woman, who chants the Shri Gopal mantra, worshipping Shri Krishna as Gopi Jana Vallabha, longs for the love that Srimati Radhika and the gopis nurture for him. That love is piriti, true love. Nowhere else can such love be found in its entirety. The fullest expression of true love is seen in Srimati Radhika. In comparison, Shri Krishna experiences only a fraction of such love. His love touches Mahabhav, but it cannot go beyond that. No matter how high his love extends, it cannot even reach the same level as Sri Lalita. It cannot even reach the same level as Sri Lalita's and Sri Vishaka's love, which touch Ruda and Ariruda, the highest states of Mahabhav. Shri Krishna has no such love. In the higher stages of prem, from Anurag and up, the moods of Srimati Radhika are predominant, not the moods of Shri Krishna. Our Goswamis describe these exalted and complex moods, which are beyond the understanding of general people. These topics are essential for those who wish to do bhajan, but they are not suitable for anyone else. Prem cannot be described. From the summit of Prem, the stages of Mahabhav, Modan, and Madan, to its smallest particle, Shraddha, faith, all are entirely transcendental. They are all elements, they are all ankshas of that immaculate love. Paramarthik Shraddha true transcendental faith is to be regarded as fully spiritual. The awakening of the Shraddha begins that sadhak's spiritual journey, and his outer and inner behavior will develop accordingly. We must clearly understand that it is not something mundane. Although it is the smallest fraction of Srimati Radhika's prem, it is nevertheless a particle of full cognizance, eternal existence, and pure joy, Sat Chid Ananda. It manifests in two ways. As external symptoms, there's a tatastha lakshan, and as inner emotions, sarup lakshan. We can describe the outer symptoms of that Shraddha to some extent, but no one can express its inner constitutional characteristics. We can recognize the presence of true love from the ecstatic symptoms that appear as the outward expressions of various bhavs or moods. These include 13 anubhavs, such as dancing, singing, and hiccuping, 33 vyabhichari bhavs, such as madness, jubilation, and eagerness, and especially 8 sattvika bhavs, such as crying, horripilation, and faltering of the voice. There's a footnote here. It says complete lists can be found in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu and the third division of Jaiva Dharma concerning Ras Tattva. For example, we may see someone crying, "Alas, O Krishna!" He may be fainting, trembling, or experiencing other transformations of ecstasy. We may be able to differentiate between the different intensities of those transformations. There's dhumaita, smoldering, jwalita, burning, dipta, blazing, udipta, raging, and sudipta, blazing in all brilliance. According to various symptoms, we may be able to discern the different levels of love in the devotees. We may be able to detect the presence, we may be able to detect the presence, we may be able to detect the presence of some true love, but in other cases, what we perceive may not be love. It may merely be a show. Thus, based on external symptoms, we cannot confidently ascertain the degree of someone's love. On the other hand, when Srila Rupa Goswami, I just know for myself, if I'm ever like speaking something and then I all of a sudden start to feel some emotion, and I start to get teary-eyed or whatever, then and I think, wow, people are gonna think I have so much love. It's like we can't tell from external, and so like my whatever emotion I show is like mixed with all sorts of uh, you know, bad things. So, but externally, nobody would be able to tell that. So thus, based on external symptoms, we cannot confidently ascertain the degree of someone's love. On the other hand, when Srila Rupa Goswami was hearing from Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami's heart-rending rendition of Srimad Bhagavatam, he experienced many sattvic bhavs, as did everyone else listening. One person was foaming at the mouth, another was weeping profusely, while someone else was crying out in anguish. Yet, in Srila Rupa Goswami, the sattvic bhavs did not manifest externally. He just sat there quietly. It amazed some devotees that he appeared to be unaffected. But internally, what had actually happened? There is no knowing whether he was dead or alive, for he had exceeded the limits of sattvic bhav. It is extremely difficult to discern the sarup lakshan of prem, or even any of its elements, such as shraddha. Prem is defined as follows. Samyang ma srinita swanto mamatva tishayankita bhava sa eva sandratma buddhai prema nikadyate. That's Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 141. When bhav completely melts the heart, it creates a deep possessiveness for Sri Krishna and becomes greatly intensified. According to the learned, this signifies the appearance of prem. How can anyone describe this intense mamata, this intense possessive attachment? Who can state the extent of a person's mamata, or what he experiences internally? One may observe another's outer symptoms of prema and try to describe them without much success. If even the external symptoms of prema cannot be described, then what can be said of a love so profound that it becomes prem vivarta, becomes reversed? The intrinsic nature of prem is most difficult to portray. Even the scriptures fail to describe it and simply define it as a possessive attachment to Sri Krishna. Only Sri Krishna is eternally the object of such attachment. No one else, including Srimati Radhika or any other gopi, is ever described as its object. Nevertheless, overwhelmed by Prem Vivarta, Sri Krishna expresses this same mamata for Srimati Radhika. That is Prem Vivarta. Sri Jagadananda Pandit writes, Krishna prema sunirmala, jeno shuddha ganga jala, she prema amriter sindhu, nirmala she anurag, nahi tahe jada dag, shukla vastra shunya masi bindu. That's Prem Vivarta, 16, chapter 16, verse 15. Sri Krishna Prem is immaculate like the pure waters of the Ganga and is an ocean of nectar. That anurag is uncontaminated and untainted by mundanity. It is like a spotless white cloth. True faith never ceases. What to speak of one with prem? Even a person in whose firm transcendental, even a person in whom firm transcendental faith, paramarthik shraddha, has arisen, says, Khanda khanda hoy deha jai jadi pran, tabu ami vadane na chari harinam. My body may be cut to pieces and my life extracted from my body, but I will never stop chanting Harinam. This is an expression of pure spiritual emotion. On the other hand, we see that many who have taken Diksha and Sannyas initiation and who have been chanting for 25 years and even preaching all over the world, they leave their so-called prem to enjoy with a woman. To please her, they even stop eating onions, garlic, meat, and fish. Thus, they become entangled. Did I say stop? I meant to say stoop. To please her, they even stoop to eating onions, garlic, meat, and fish. Thus, they become entangled in worldly life. They give up chanting Harinam and consequently abandon their very relationship with Sri Krishna. What kind of Shraddha did they have? Was it real? If one's Shraddha is really transcendental, it can never vanish. Thus, there is a great difference between true spiritual faith, paramarthik shraddha, and ordinary mundane faith, lokik shraddha. True faith can only be achieved by contact with Shuddha Bhaktas. In other words, by their grace and by the mercy of Sri Krishna, which is always dependent on their grace, we may attain the company of sadhus. Otherwise, without that mercy, as it is said, Sangsar Brahmite Kono Sadhu Sangha Nai. We can search the entire universe, but we will never find any Sadhu Sangha. Thus, by Sadhu Sangha, we can attain true Shraddha and eventually all perfection. On the other hand, there are those who develop simple, mundane faith by indiscriminate hearing. They have no steady faith in their guru, and they feel no desire to serve him. Their faith in bhakti is flickering day and night like a candle flame. Do such people have paramarthik shraddha? Certainly not. When paramarthik shraddha appears, it remains fixed and steady forever. That Shraddha soon develops into Nishta, complete steadiness. Ordinary faith, Lokik Shraddha, can never mature into Nishta, even if a person takes sannyas or endeavors in various ways for 1,000,000 births. Understanding through bhajan. Do Shrimati Radhika, Lalita, Vishaka, and other gopis ever think that their praying for Sri Krishna is greater than, than Sri Yashoda's? Does this thought ever cross their minds? Never. And yet, does Sri Yashoda know that Sri Krishna finds more satisfaction in the gopis' love for him? Yes. That is why she always provides opportunities for them to serve him. Her heart is so soft and magnanimous. We can never grasp these conceptions with our mundane understanding. These moods will only come by performing bhajan under the guidance of Vaishnavas. It is therefore stated, Tanamarupa charitari sukirtanano smrityo kramena rasana manasi niyojya tishtan vraje taranuragi jananukami kalam nayir akhilam ityupadesha saram. That's the 8th verse of Upadeshamrita. One should utilize every moment by sequentially engaging your speech. You should engage every moment by sequentially engaging your speech and mind and meticulously chanting and remembering Shri Krishna's names, form, qualities, and pastimes while residing in Vraj under the guidance of the Vrajvasis who have spontaneous love for Shri Krishna. This is the essence of all instruction. This process is the only way to understand prem. However, true realization of this topic ultimately depends on our spiritual practice, on our sadhan. Therefore, Sri Jagadananda wrote, Nirmala she anurag, nahi tahe jadadag. That intense love is immaculate. It has not the slightest taint of mundanity. Immersed in anurag. How can anurag be defined? Each and every one of these terms has been coined with such precision after carefully examining and weighing their import that nothing can replace them. What word could possibly replace anurag? English has no equivalent for anurag. The word love lacks specificity. It is universally used for any and every expression of affection. We must try to understand the import of anurag, at least in a general manner. With whatever little understanding I have, I will try to explain what I have gathered from Jaiva Dharma and other places. Prem is when there is every reason for love to cease, yet it only increases. That's very important. That's the defining that's a defining characteristic of prem. When there is when there is every reason for love to cease, the prem only increases. Right? Like for example, if somebody's lover leaves for a very long time, usually over a long period of time, the love will start to diminish over time, right? But prem's the opposite. When the gopis are separated from Krishna, their love intensifies and intensifies, and it only ever intensifies. It never, yeah. Or if somebody treats their lover very harshly in the material world, then usually that will like hurt their love, right? But it's the opposite with, yeah. So prem is when there's every reason for love to cease, yet it only increases. When that prem swells, it completely melts the heart and becomes sneha, which is also of many varieties. When that sneha fully ripens and is thus enhanced, it becomes man. Man then evolves into a state called pranay, which may also appear prior to man, Sometimes man comes first, or sometimes pranay comes first. Then comes rag, a state in which the Vishai and Ashrai are perpetually coloring the love of their hearts in newer and newer ways. For example, when dyeing a cloth red, it is submerged again and again in the dye, and each time it emerges with a deeper color. In the same way, the Ashrai's heart, the person who's the abode of love, that the Ashrai's heart is forever enriched in a single mood. This is rag, and it will increase beyond all control until it reaches the utmost limit of Ashray Prem. Prem exists in two forms: as the loved, as the Vishai, and as the lover, the Ashray. The Vishai relishes love, cherishing it within his heart, while the Ashray relishes love by serving him. When classifying these two aspects of love, all of our scriptures, especially those written by Srila Rupa Goswami, state that although Sri Krishna is the undivided ocean of all prem, he is Akila Rasamrita Sindhu himself. He also relishes that prem as the Vishai by tasting the five primary moods of love: Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhurya, as well as the seven secondary varieties: Hasya, Adbhuta, Vira, Karuna, Rodra, Bhayanaka, and Bibhatsa. And who is the Ashray, or lover? All the devotees within these five primary moods are the Ashray, among whom the gopis are the most exalted. And among even them, Srimati Radhika's 8 Sakis, our intimate friends, are foremost. But Srimati Radhika herself is the most exalted. The Ashray Jatiya Prem in her heart surpasses the Prem in the hearts of all others. When her love for Sri Krishna, the object of Prem, reaches its utmost limits, it attains a state known as Swa Samvedya. And doesn't Swa Samvedya, Swa means oneself, and Samvedya can only be truly known by oneself. So there's no even indication, no thing that the only way we can describe it is that she's the only one who can understand it. That's how I understand that Swa Samvedya. In other words, when the lovers, the gopis, headed by Srimati Radhika, become totally immersed in serving, remembering, and meditating on Sri Krishna, then they completely forget themselves. They forget. They forget who is relishing love and who is giving love. They even forget to perform their services. That love and the joy it creates is all that remains in their hearts, nothing else. Sri Ramananda Rai has written, Na so Ramana, na ham Ramani, doho mana mano bhav, peshala jani. He is no longer the enjoyer, nor I the enjoyed. Our minds have merged together in our mutual love. In this state, Srimati Radhika knows no difference between herself and Sri Krishna. When the gopis were writhing in separation from Sri Krishna after he disappeared from the Ras, their prem reached such a height that they forgot their own identities as gopis. In their madness, they thought themselves to be Sri Krishna and began enacting his pastimes. Similarly, as Srimati Radhika serves Sri Krishna in the state of Swa Samvedya, she is conscious of only her own delight. She forgets that she is meant to serve him, and in that state, even if she continues to serve him, she forgets that she is doing so. She revels solely in the delight of her own feeling. This is Swa Samvedya Dasha. Swa means personally, our own. Therefore, only one who has love can understand this topic. Lalita, Vishaka, and even Sri Krishna cannot realize these feelings of Srimati Radhika. To do so, Sri Krishna must come as Shriman Mahaprabhu, because this Swa-Samvedya Dasha is exclusively experienced by Srimati Radhika. True love is for Shishi Radha Krishna. Try to understand all these topics, especially the astonishing glory of this prem. First, we should strive to attain true Shraddha, true Nishta, and then true Ruchi. Then gradually, by the mercy of Bhagavan and the Vaishnavas, we may begin to understand these topics. If a person does not develop any qualification and is simply awarded the name of a gopi, as can be so cheaply done in Radhakund, he will attain no substantial advancement. In truth, no one in this world has true love for anyone else. For whom can a person develop real love? It is only possible to develop piriti, true love, for Shishi Radha Krishna, and those who have this priti will nurture feelings of service to them. As Sri Jagadananda said, Nahi tahe jara dag. That service will be untainted by anything mundane. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Jai. Okay, wow, I didn't realize that was quite a long article. But yeah, I just wanted to read some direct Harikatha from my Śrīla Gurudev, and then I'll just read a little bit then. Oh, and Haribol Vidyalala Sadidi, Brinda Didi, Pramila Mataji, Ganga Mataji, and Rukmini Didi. Haribol. And Chatamai Mataji. Haribol. Okay, I'm just gonna read one thing then. And then if anybody wants to make any offering, then you can do so. But I'll just read one. Let's just read one offering from Rays of the Harmonist. Let me just open it up. Let's see, which one should we read? Padmanabha Maharaj's is really nice, but it's long. Just looking through. Dandi Maharaj. Sorry, just give me 1 second. I'm just seeing. I mean, they're all so nice, but I'm trying to find one that's not too long. Oh, look, there's Niri Hari Prabhu's. I'll read Niri Hari Prabhu, who's with us right now. Okay. Okay, so this is to Śrīla Gurudev, the supreme best, to Śrīla Gurudev, the supreme best friend. First of all, let me offer my koti dandavat pranams at the lotus feet of my dearmost Diksha Guru, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And then please accept my millions of Shashtanga pranam at your golden lotus feet, the shelter of the world. Srila Srinivasacharya says in his Shad Goswami Ashtakam, Dhira Dhira Janapriyo Priyakaro Nirmatsaro Pujito. You are dear to the saintly devotees and to the wretched persons like me. Everyone, including the animals, become attracted to you because you emanate a love that is otherworldly. This is certainly a sign of the great soul that you are, Krishna's pure devotee. My dear Srila Prabhupada often said, this Krishna consciousness is an open secret. I'll be satisfied and my mission will be complete if even just one of you among thousands of disciples understands my message. I believe that you are the one who understood and received that sweet, ripened fruit. Srila Prabhupada's Manobhishtam. Everyone knows that there is wealth in this world, but they do not know what it is and where it can be found. You told us what it is and how to obtain it. As you always said, try to understand why Srila Prabhupada came to this world and what he came to give. Srila Prabhupada's real glory is that he was a follower of Srila Rupa Goswami Pad. This is also your glory. We know that Srila Prabhupada's books contained the highest wealth, but that wealth was under lock and key. Late one night in 1975, Srila Prabhupada called my brother-in-law and me into his room. After initially sharing a joke with me, he became grave, and while counting on his fingers, he stated that he had only met his spiritual master about 10 times. But, he stressed, his success and his connection to his spiritual master were due to strictly following his vani, his instructions. When we asked him to whom we can go for shelter and guidance after he leaves this world, he said, "Go to the Vaishnav that your heart tells you to." Once, while giving a homage to Srila Prabhupada in your presence, I recounted this, and you looked at me approvingly. You are that Vaishnav for me, and the one who held the lock, and the one who held the key to the lock. Oh, Śrīla Gurudev, you have so many beautiful qualities that it is impossible to express them in this short space. Once on a morning walk, a devotee inquired from you. A devotee inquired from you why union was higher than separation. They quoted Srila Sanatana Goswami as saying that the intense mood of separation dances on the head of the ecstasy of meeting or union. Yes, you said. But Krishna likes to please his devotees, and he cannot bear to see them in pain. So he quickly comes and arranges to meet them. Then you said, would you rather see Radha and Krishna separated? We all said an emphatic no. Together, a resounding yes. It was the causeless mercy of my spiritual master that he sent you to guide me. I now pray for that same causeless mercy so that I may always keep you in my heart and feel that separation, so that Krishna will quickly unite us again. I am writing this humble homage next to Imlitala in Vrindavan, a place of intense separation and lamentation. Now this place feels void without your physical presence. All over Vraj it feels empty. Even the rickshawalas speak to us with love about your departure. Despite these feelings, at the same time, it seems that you have expanded everywhere because there is always something to remember you by. I pray to feel a drop of the love that so many feel for you. I beg to stay at your lotus feet forever, serving Shri Guru and the Vaishnavas. All glories to your divine grace. All glories to your divine grace. All glories to your divine grace. Das Anudas, Nri Hari Das. Wow, that was a very beautiful offering, Nri Hari Prabhu. um, okay, let's just read one more, and then I'll leave it open if anybody wants to make an offering. Um, oh, Umadidi. Let's read Umadidis. Okay. A heartfelt offering of flowers from a lowly person at the lotus feet of my Shiksha Gurudev on the occasion of his auspicious Vyaspuja day. Shishi Guru Gorango Jayata. This is Shrimati Umadidi. I offer my pranam to the lotus feet of my beloved Diksha Guru, Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Shishimad Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj. And to the lotus feet of my Shiksha Guru, who is non-different from the Diksha Guru, Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Shishimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. In order to remove the darkness of ignorance and bestow the light of transcendental knowledge in the heart of the living entities of this world, on this day, my most worshipful Śrīla Gurudev, Om Vishnupad Shishimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, made his auspicious appearance. Therefore, this date being exceedingly pure and auspicious, has become most venerable and worshipful for us all. She wrote this on his appearance day, right? Yeah. It is the advice of our Guru Varga that Sri Gurudev is not only to be glorified on the date of his appearance or disappearance, but rather at every step of our life. His remembrance and glories remain ever awake within our heart, and that we not forget him, even for a moment. This is real Shri Guru Puja. Nevertheless, on the auspicious appearance days of our Guru Varga, it is certainly appropriate to glorify them in a special manner. By remembrance of Hari, Guru, and Vaishnavas, obstacles on the path of bhakti are destroyed. Vaishnaver gun gan korile jiver tran. In other words, by glorifying the Vaishnavas, the living entities are delivered from their bondage to material existence. Yet, who can glorify the Vaishnavas? That qualified person, that adhikari who has developed sambandha gyan, who's made some progress in the process of bhajan, can genuinely sing the glories of Sri Gurudev. For the bound living entities, however, repeating what they have heard in the Shrota Parampara cleanses the heart and purifies the tongue. He who has bestowed upon me instructions on service to Sri Guru, the conceptions of those following the path of Sri Rupa, secrets of the practice of bhajan, and instructions on service to the divine couple. He who has sown the seed of the paramarthik objective of the living entity in the line of Sriman Mahaprabhu, manifesting as a desire for greed to be a palyadasi of Srimati Radharani. At the lotus feet of that instructing spiritual master, Om Vishnupad Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, do I fall unlimited times. One second. Oh. My repeated prayer unto his lotus feet, which grant fearlessness, is that within my heart, Nishta will be awakened in those feet. May my only objective be to please Sri Guru and the Vaishnavas. In the words of Srila Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur, he said, because I am deprived and fallen, because of my own weaknesses, not all of my Guru Pad Padma's teachings have entered my heart. But in order to speak all the teachings that, by my Guru Pad Padma's mercy, have somehow entered through the pathways of my ears, may I possess millions upon millions of tongues, millions upon millions of heads, and millions upon millions of years to live. Then I will sing about the unparalleled compassion and benevolence, the Amando Doya Doya of my Guru Pad Padma throughout the unlimited universes with millions and millions of tongues and millions of heads for millions and millions of years. Only then will I have truly performed Guru Puja. Only then will he be pleased with me and shower his perpetual blessings upon me so that I can sing the glory of his matchless compassion with another million tongues. On that day, I will finally be liberated from singing about fleeting illusory matters. On that day, I will be released from the captivity of all the mundane teachings of this world. According to the words of Srila Guru Maharaj, And when she says Guru Maharaj, she's referring to Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj. She says, if for the glorification of Hari, Guru, and Vaishnavas, the seven oceans were to become ink, the peaks of the Himalayas were to become pens, and the earth were to become paper, still it would be impossible to properly describe their glories, for they, like the sun and moon, are situated in their own wondrous splendor. On this most auspicious day, at the lotus feet of my instructing spiritual master, my prayer is only this. May my only sustenance be to serve you with a sincere heart, exclusively for your pleasure. And in some birth, by following your mood, Bhav Anumai, may I obtain the good fortune of attaining the service of the most desired goddess. Yogata vichare kichu nahi omar karunasar. Passion is the essence of my existence. In the words of Srila Guru Maharaj, Ki diye pujibo tomar charan, bhakti kichunai, bhakti chandana kotai pai. With what shall I worship your feet? For I have no bhakti. From where shall I obtain the sandalwood of devotion for worship of these, your lotus feet? Today, on your most auspicious appearance day, my heart is tossed up, seized by the intense and unbearable agony of separation. Today, I've been deprived of your always sweet, soft, smiling lotus face, your auspicious, merciful glance with your eyes full of affection bestowing your blessings upon me. I have been deprived. I have been deprived. Today, I have become devoid of shelter. I have become shelterless. Very cleverly and silently, you ascertains the auspicious appearance day of my Shri Guru Parma as appropriate for entering into your eternal service to Shri Shri Yugal Kishore. Having performed a glorious and auspicious departure, a Shubha Vijay Yatra, you have become invisible to the eyes of this unfortunate person forever. My heart is overwhelmed with the intense agony of separation. In this condition, this distressed person prays to your lotus feet, which grant fearlessness, that from the Nitya Dham, please shower upon me but one drop of your compassion. Your compassion and mercy alone is my sole sustenance. It is my only support, my only hope. Aspiring for the service of Shri Hari, Guru, and the Vaishnavas, unqualified, fallen, and wretched, Ayogya Dinahin, Umadasi. Okay, so that's all I'm going to read today. If anybody would like to share an offering, yeah, you're free to do so. Does anybody want to? Uh,
Compassionate Gurudev, it's mean that this article just showed up.
yeah.
And so it was just like, you say here, I was wondering, to say something, but, I'm just very insignificant. And how can I express, what I don't have even a drop of love to Gurudev. So I'm so thankful to you, Prabhu. At least I was able to render some homage to such a glorious devotee, my Shiksha Gurudev. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Your offering was I it was yeah, I mean, what to say? And I mean, it's we know something is when we feel that we don't have love, that's a good sign. So, all right, so maybe let's unless if anybody also Nuri Haribu, if you want us to say anything more, you're always this is always open to you also. But otherwise, oh, one thing I just remembered. Uh, somebody oh Manju Lali Didi, the wife of Atul Krishna Prabhu, she sent me um a Sanskrit offering that he wrote, and she yeah, and so I told her that we would recite it in our program. Let me just find it. I'm just okay. I haven't downloaded it. One second. Just give me a second. I haven't looked at it, downloaded it. But I'm just opening it here. Um, yeah, so he wrote this in Sanskrit. This can be our kirtan for Gurudev today. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, so this is Shishimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj Stava Stuti. Prayers and glorification of Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj and his service to the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the line of Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada. And yeah, we all know Atul Krishna Prabhu is a very dear servitor of Srila Gurudev and also disciple of Srila Prabhupada. He joined when he was very young. And yeah, he, so he says, Dear Vaishnavas, according to Shastra, there is no greater worship than worship of Krishna. But even better than that is worship of the pure Vaishnav. Aradhananam sarvesham Vishnur aradhanam param. Tasmat paratarang devi tadiyanam samarchanam. The Uttam Mahabhagavat devotee is able to deliver others by a mere glance. It is also said that to glorify a Mahabhagavat is the perfection of the tongue. Akshno phalang tva drisha darshanang hi, tono phalang tva drisha gatra sangha, jiva phalang tva drisha kirtanang hi, sudurlabha bhagavata hi loke. O Vidura, the perfection of the eyes is to see. The perfection of the touch is to embrace. The perfection of the tongue is to glorify the Bhagavat. For such Bhagavats as yourself are exceedingly rare in this world. No words can properly describe what a wonderful thing Srila Gurudev has done in the service of Srila Param Gurudev, Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, and our Guru Varga. But just as a palmful of Ganga water may be offered in the worship of Srimati Ganga Mata, some few words may be offered to that divine person who has rescued me from the blind well of endless birth and death. Shri Gurudev Vaishnaver Pad Parma Samarpita, offered at the lotus feet of Srila Gurudev and the Vaishnavas, Vaishnav Das Anudas, a most wretched servant of the Vaishnavas. Okay, so he wrote this Sanskrit prayer. I have to figure out the meter. Let's see what it is. What's the meter? Um, sorry, just one second. I'm just gonna um probably a really obvious meter, but just because I'm on the spot, all of a sudden I can't think. Where is it? Here. One second. Sorry, guys. Okay, so this is in the meter, same meter as Damodarashtakam. Interesting. I've never seen anything written in this meter except for Damodarashtakam. Right? Is it? Parabhakti Tattva. Okay. Although we don't sing Damodarashtakam in the right meter when we sing it. Anyhow, I'm just going to sing it like we sing Dhammarashtakam. It's para bhakti na 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 na. No, no, it's anyways, whatever. I'm just gonna sing it anyway. Para para bhakti tatvano vritta dishantam hi bhakti pragyana sina nirnashantam tamamoha shoka pasidhantahantam Namo Bhakti Vedanta Narayanatam Vraje Vraje Mandale Krishna Leelam Vadantam Spurat Purnatattvam Rasagya Charantam Nikunjadya Nantorminavam. Sorry, does the meter change again? Vraje Mandala Krishna Leelam. Anyways, I'll just recite it. Raje Mandale Krishna Leelam Vadantam Spurat Purnatattvam. I'll do verse at a time. That's how I'll do it. Okay. So I offer pranam to Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj. By explaining the truth of Para Bhakti, Uttama Bhakti, he is instructing devotees and is following in the line of Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. By wielding the sword of Bhakti Pragyan, progressive understanding of bhakti, and completely destroying ignorance, illusion, lamentation, and all forms of apasiddhanta. Ah, that's beautiful. The sword of bhakti pragyan, following in the line of Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami, she destroys all illusion, lamentation, all these things. Raje mandale Krishna lilam vadantam spurat purnatattvam rasagyam charantam Nikunja Dhyanantorminavam Tarantam Namo Bhakti Vedanta Namo Bhakti Vedanta Narayanam Tam. Okay, so it says, I offer pranam to Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj. He goes on Parikrama in Sri Vrajamandal, speaking on Krishna's pastimes and manifesting all the truths of Siddhanta, including those topics known only to those who are cognizant of Ras Tattva. His divine Harikatha provides a boat which can navigate the unlimited waves of Nikunja Lila and other pastimes. Navadvipa Mahatma Lilantarangam Trashanukvakyam Paramanumodam Sarupasya Gauranga Lila Ramantam Namo Bhakti Vedanta Narayanam Tam. 3. I offer pranam to Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj. He glorifies the pastimes of Sri Navadvip Dham from the internal perspective and delights in giving evidence of the 3 confidential reasons for the advent of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He relishes the true nature of Sri Gauranga's pastimes in Gambhira with Sri Sarup Damodar Goswami. We made a whole documentary on how Śrīla Gurudeva would explain the reasons for Mahaprabhu's advent. Okay, 4. Pranashtasya bhumandalasya pramatta vikarma prabhavaya disham kantam ata swamina dishta bhakti pradantam namo bhakti vedanta narayanam tam. Sorry, I'm butchering the meter here, but I offer pranam to Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj. He goes to the west, the fallen countries of this earth, which are spiritually lost and madly overcome by the pursuit of forbidden activities. Now, by the order of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, he is giving bhakti even in such places. Suchar Indra Nile Sunetre Suvarna Dutirvacha Madhuryataschita Chora Katadharaya Sinchayantam Vadantam Namo Bhakti Vedanta Narayanam Tam. Okay, so verse 5. I offer pranam to Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj. His beautiful sapphire eyes, effulgent golden complexion, and the sweetness of his words are like thieves that steal the hearts of devotees. When he speaks, he showers others with Hari Katha, and through his Hari Katha, the eyes and hearts of devotees are turned toward the brilliant sapphire of Prem. Matam stapayitvapi rupa, no, na, namamish, no, what is it? Anyways, whatever. Matam stapayitvapi rupa grajatau praje vrindaya pujaya sakamarcham hi gaudiya siddhanta vistaranam yam namo bhakti vedanta narayanam tvam. I offer pranam to Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj. Establishing Sri Rup Sanatan Gaudiya Math in Vrindavan, he reintroduced the worship of Vrinda Devi in Vrindavan and expounds the Gaudiya Siddhanta of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu even within Rajmandal by strongly defending the Siddhanta of our Saraswat Gaudiya line against opposing parties, like he did in Prabandha Panchakam. Okay. Vitantam cha rupa nugacharya shikshan pranamang cha jivasya malam udaram niropya nubhandi niropyanubandhani ratnani dantam namo bhakti vedanta narayanam tvam. It's verse 7. I offer pranam to Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj, spreading the teachings of Rupanuga Acharyas like Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, and Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He offers his Guru Dakshina, his pranam to them, in the form of a large and fragrant garland. He has collected the hearts of so many conditioned souls and is making them soft and fragrant by his instructions and example. He brings the jewels of these teachings of our acharyas and sets them in a way that they are accessible to everyone. Guru ko malatvam cha vairagyasaram guror agaya vasanam deshanam yam vraje pyantarangam pahisevamanam namo bhakti vedanta narayanam tvam. I offer pranam to Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Maharaj. He has the softness of his Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, as well as the essence of his Gurudev's renunciation. Although he is internally a resident of Vraj, by his Gurudev's order, he resides in Mathura. Jai Srila Gurudev. Namo Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Narayan iti namane. My pranams to Om Vishnupad Shishimar Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj, who is dear to the very heart of Shrimati Radhika. Shri Krishna Lila Katane Sudaksham Audarya Madhurya Gunashtriyuktam Param Varanyam Purusham Mahantam Narayanam Tam Shirasa Namami. Srila Narayan Maharaj is expert in describing Krishna Lila. He is endowed with the qualities of magnanimity and sweetness, and he is the best of the great souls. Because he is always relishing Krishna's sweetness, he is able to freely distribute that sweetness to others. I bow down and place my head at his lotus feet. Tridandinam Bhakta Shiromanin Cha Shri Krishna Padabja Tritaika Hriti Chaitanya Lilamrita Sarasaram Narayanam Tvam Satatam Prapadye. Srila Narayan Maharaj, the crown jewel of Tridandi sannyasis, always keeps in his heart the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna, especially when Krishna serves Srimati Radhika. He deeply meditates on Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the internal reasons for his descent. I bow down to the lotus feet of Srila Narayan Maharaj, who possesses innumerable transcendental qualities. Prema Bhakti Rasanandam Kripa Sindhum Amaninam Pragya Payantam Vande Shri Bhakti Vedanta Narayanam. I've never seen this pranam mantra before. I place my head at the lotus feet of Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj, who is absorbed in the bliss of Prem Bhakti. He is an ocean of mercy that has no boundaries, and he is enlightening others by giving them progressive and positive understanding of Bhakti, Bhakti Pragyan, in the line of Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. Jai. Ah, that's very nice, huh? And also, first time, as I said, first time I've ever seen anything written in the Damodarashtakam meter other than Damodarashtakam. And I couldn't do the meter properly because we've never sang Damodarashtakam in the proper meter, so I've just never got used to sing like that meter. Anyhow, um, yes, Sarveshwari Mataji. You're muted.
Can you hear now?
Yes, yes.
I just wrote something very small, but compared with
Yes,
all the devotees, it's very insignificant. Anyway,
please share, please share.
I don't. All right, I offer my humble obeisance to my beloved Gurudev, Om Vishnupadas, Asotata Sada Pujapadas, Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj, all the Guru Vargas, and all the Vaishnavas present here. Gurudev, I imagine that you are now sitting in your asana, in front of us. Remember you is the most auspicious things. Learn your teaching, your sweetness and the affection to your devotees. My mind gave me troubles, but by your inspiration, I still have I have the desire to serve Shishirada Vinod Viharis by your guidance, life after life. You say that by the faith and nishta to Gurudeva, all the anarthas can be removed. Like Krishna, you can make the impossible become possible. Gratitude and words are very limited. We cannot imagine the inconceivable power of your instruction, even and your arikata, even the so-called simple instruction have a deep meaning that can protect us from our bhakti. You told us about Radha Dasyan. You told us about to have a simple mind. You explained that it's very important to be simple in our heart. We can make so many endeavors outwardly, but if our mind is not simple, we will not get a result. What is the meaning of simple mind? It means we are sure what we want. We are not longer confused, and we are not trying to cheat others. We are not impostors. We know that we want love and affection from Adi, Guru, and Vaishnava, so we try to please them. There are not other desires. Concluding, I praying that I have the blessing from you and other Vaishnavas to serve you life after life under your guidance, aspiring to serve the Vaishnavas' salvation.
Jai, that was so beautiful. Wow. Thank you.
It's very simple. Yeah.
No, and that's what we're praying for. Then we can, if we could just be simple, simple-hearted, and be with devotees who are dear to, always try to keep company with those who have a desire to please Gurudev, and we can be simple, then that makes it, then we're able to actually like receive, like be able to hear what Gurudev is telling us, and it will actually go into the heart. If we could just be simple and be with devotees who are trying to make Gurudev happy. It's just, then, yeah. Jai, that was very beautiful. Thank you. Does anybody else want to? Sridevi Didi, do you want to?
Now, I would like to try.
Yes,
Yes, I am
please.
in depth, and I think this is really necessary. And even I am not qualified at all. This is just for their pleasure, and and it's on our only life, to please them. Then I just do my obeisances. I offer my obeisances to my Guru Maharaj, my Diksha Guru, Srila Bhakti Baba Puri Goswami Maharaj, to my Diksha Guru, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, my Vayan Diksha Guru, his dearmost disciple, Srila Prem Prayam Prabhu, to all the devotees present here, to the whole Guru Parampara, and to all the devotees present here. Yes, I want to express not only my gratitude, but it's really the treasure and the gift I receiving from them, from my Guru Maharaj, and from Śrīla Narayan Maharaj, from the very beginning. When we take initiation from, when we are initiated from our Guru Maharaj, we usually we are not searching for any Siksha Guru. We don't need a Siksha Guru. We are just trying to understand our Guru Maharaj, right? We don't need to find a Siksha Guru. But it happened to me that from very beginning, in the most wonderful way that nobody can really think about. And it's giving me a teaching that yesterday I told you that I wanted to share, but I wasn't able to do yesterday, and also maybe writing will take more time, and I want to take a little time, and I hope you can understand. Yes, when I came to Vrindavan was after my initiation in Spain in 1997. Just 1 year later, that the Śrīla Narayan Maharaj and Srila Bhakti Baba Puri Goswami Maharaj went to the West for first time. I took initiation in Spain, and I came to live in Vrindavan in the same year, just after 1 month. And it happens to me that I came here, I did not know English, and I was alone. And then in the temple, in a short time, seeing my condition, they sent me to the temple in Srila Pramadvaiti Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Aloka Pramadvaiti Maharaj, that they are speaking Spanish. And in there, I have the wonderful chance to meet one very nice Vaishnavi that it happens to be a Siksha of Srila Narayan Maharaj. Her name is Sarvakanti Didi from Chile. Sarvakanti Didi was living here in Srila Pramadvaiti Maharaj ashram with her 2 sons. And this was my first contact with Srila Narayan Maharaj, because she was talking day and night about Srila Narayan Maharaj. That was quite amazing, because if I was in my ashram nearby, I will not go anywhere, just my temple. But I came here so far, even so far from the ashram. The Gopinath Baba was not existing there, was Rupa Sanatan. But I was so far, but I could get the association from all the disciples like Sachikala Didi, Ramesh Baba, Shyamala Didi. I met even in that time I could not meet Shyamarani here, but I met Krishna Priya Didi. Everyone in that time was listening her Harikatha, the highest Harikatha from Srila Narayan Maharaj, and I was listening all the glories about his Bhagavat, no? And it is not just I wanted to say this beginning of me to meet him, because it was Sasikala Didi who took me to him, and really it looks like it's just to tell something normal, but for me was the really connection with Srila Narayana Maharaj in very spectacular way, because Srila Brahmadeti Maharaj in that time was not really giving some connection to Srila Narayana Maharaj, was some misunderstanding anyhow. But here in his temple, in his ashram, I was getting all the association of all the disciples. And then from that time, I saw that my Guru Maharaj and he has a very deep connection internal. Srila Narayana Maharaj and Guru Maharaj have a very much intimate connection that externally cannot see. But myself, I could experience not only that was my Guru Maharaj's instruction to come here, one place that is supposed that is not externally was supposed that was not connected with Srila Narayana Maharaj at all, but was the place where I got all the connection with Srila Narayana Maharaj. You understand my point? And this is the teaching I wanted to share, that there is no boundaries. There is no any boundaries to the Vaisnava. We always say, and we know for Shastra, that Vaisnavas, they are no ordinary person. But to really understand this is difficult for our mind. Even to practice this is difficult, because we have no maybe I don't have this realization yet. Even we will realize, but at the moment, to don't see them as as ordinary person is one thing that will come by their mercy. And I felt that this way in this way they saw me their spiritual potency, their greatness, their power, their kindness, how they are entered everywhere with not calling to the door, just enter and give mercy to whom they want to give mercy, to the most fallen. And then they would choose this fallen soul, the most fallen, just to give me his mercy. Then I could meet him. I could speak with him in Mathura, first time with Saksi Kaladidi. And of course, I was always with my Guru Maharaj, always following him. But this connection was there from the very beginning, and this is the only I have from there to now so many occasions where I can see or I can experience, I could experience, and I am experiencing right now the beautiful connection with my Guru Maharaj, with Śrīla Gurudeva Maharaj, and how they are guiding me, and how they are not from this world, they are just coming to save us, and how they are both Rasikas. Śrīla Gurudeva Maharaj is so Rasika. My Guru Maharaj is no less Rasika. And both are in the spiritual world waiting for us and helping from there here to us, sending us, all of us, their heart through other devotees. And yes, only in this occasion, I just want to share this. I hope sorry so much to take so long to tell so small thing, but I had to tell just for if I could please then this is I am satisfied also. Thank you so much, and I hope I can every moment realize this their mercy and take it because to say there is mercy is something just to start, but to take then I just pray that they qualify myself, because I cannot wait for qualification. I will never have qualification. That I just hope and pray for they qualify me, that I able to see their mercy and take it. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to purify myself. And sorry, I hope you could understand my poor English. And Dandavat pranams to everyone. And thank you so much, Madhukar Prabhuji, for these opportunities that you are giving to all of us to know more and more from our Guru Varga and what to tell from Srila Narayana Maharaj, and to also giving us the opportunity and then encourage us to participate and to be able to do Sanseva. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Dandavat pranams.
Hari Bol, Shri Devi Devi. Thank you. That was very beautiful. And I always find it so inspiring seeing like how devotees from so many different like disciples of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and then of so many different Srila Bhaktivinoda Puri Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Vaibhava, your Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Vaibhava Puri Goswami Maharaj, Srila Gaur Govinda Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Shrup Siddhanta Goswami Maharaj. So many people, they come like they felt encouraged in their own dedication to their own gurus in the association of my Gurudev. And that is the quality of a Shiksha Guru. My Param Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Keshav Goswami Maharaj says that the quality of a Shiksha Guru is that he increases our dedication, our nishta, our, urgency to serve our own Diksha Guru. And so I just, yeah, that. And one thing with Srila Gurudev, his mood was so open and big. Like he welcomed everybody to such an extent that we have like every different type of personality in our sangha, like completely different types of people who would normally never have anything to do with each other ever, like the most opposite types of people who'd be like enemies with each other, but he brought everybody together. And so that's why it's like it's pretty natural that there's so many different sanghas. Like in Gurudev Sangha, there's so many different sanghas that don't really get along with each other. But it's because it's actually like Gurudev's glory of how like why all embracing he was to every different type of person. There isn't like a type of person that takes shelter of Gurudev. Every type of person takes shelter of Gurudev. And um and something I was just discussing with my friend the other day, that I mean, this is going on into a different topic, but Srila Gurudev, he would make all the Siddhanta of our acharyas, he would highlight the essence, like he'd make the essence so clear. And but then he didn't just, and he would make sure that we understood it. And so he would always be calling on different, like on his classes, like half of his classes he'd be asking on just different devotees to explain the different points that he explains all the time, and then to make sure that they're getting it exactly right. And he'd like, and everybody is always afraid because he would call on anybody, and he'd be so specific, like what he wanted the person to say, the exact point, even if what the person was saying was, all right, it wasn't like, but he wanted a specific point and they had to say it exactly right. And then and so everybody was like, oh my god, he's going to call on me, and then they'd have to explain it. But because he gave so much emphasis on just clarifying the like highlighting the main points of our siddhanta, and making and going over again and again, and making sure everybody got it. Then even though there are differences between devotees because of different personality types and stuff like that, when it comes to the Siddhanta, everybody's pretty much on the same page. There isn't that much. It's more like on personal interpersonal things that there's like ever conflict, but like on the Siddhanta, everybody's really, Gurudev really made that clear for everybody. And Nidhi Hari Prabhu, did you want to say something? You opened your mic.
It's wonderful. You just remind me of those classes in New Braja or whatever we saw where we Gurudev. And
You just muted yourself, Prabhu. Prabhu, you muted yourself again. You said the classes of Gurudev and Badger, and then you muted yourself.
oh yeah, I'm so sorry. No, where he would call on the disciple devotees, to speak, but And I remember very charming. He would, if somebody would go off for a long time, he would just ring the cartels, and or if they were off in their siddhanta, he would go, "Sit down."
Yes. You'd make people sit down all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, no, you would not let anybody go off topic or say anything that was not exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah, he was so expressive and and heavy, the guru. So I've seen him other times where he was so uh, shy and humble. I repeated his pranam mantra one time, and he just kind of like blushing. He was like didn't want to hear. He felt, you know, and another time we this here in Hawaii we really we could feel the separation because we don't have every year he will call us on the phone and Mara Maharaj or Rajana will say, "This is our schedule and we come in such day." So we had the entire month, sometimes of December and his appearance day too in January. He will spend here in the North Shore of Oahu and Hawaii. And we had so many levels, the relationship. He was our, one time I wanted to massage him and he sent Brajanath to say that, no, your Gurudev feels embarrassed because you're like his god brother. And so I said, what? No. I said, but I read. I said, you tell him that I read that if you come across a pure devotee, you must have smeared the dust of the lotus feet all over your body. And so he's Brajanath, when I came back, he said, okay. He said it's okay to. So all these devotees in talking and you talking, it remind me, I have these images of his lotus feet that I was able to, he allowed me to massage them and allowed me to be with him and even take noon baths. He was very, very strict and in his sadhana and rigorous, very, very clean. And so at noon we would go down to the beach from Vrindavan Das house, which was right there on the shore, and go take noon bath. And at that time, it was like we were all children going to have fun in the water. he, he had so many aspects of, yeah. So anyhow, it worked out. I'm bedridden right now, and I felt real bad that I couldn't, come up with an offering, but boom, you found it. So I'm thankful. And one time, he became our father, grandfather. He gave the first grains to our youngest son's daughter, our granddaughter, and and we used to just hang out. One time
to go
you
swimming.
tell it.
Oh, one time he was getting ready to take bath at noon in the ocean, and he says, "You know how to swim?" I said, "Yes." He says, "Come on, come take bath with all the sannyasis." And all the other devotees were all very upset, and it rained, so he didn't take bath. But
Well, that's one thing I just remembered this yesterday. I think it was Gopanandini Mataji. She was saying um that the most the most intimate there's no more intimate connection that we can have with a pure devotee than the connection that we get through their Harikatha.
Yeah.
That's the most intimate way that we can, like, more than any kind of any possible way to come to have an intimate relationship and connection with a Mahabhagavat. It's not possible. They give the topmost intimate, direct way to connect with them through their Harikatha. And that is something that is really inspiring for me. Is, I mean, I mentioned this yesterday when I was like in the glorification, but just seeing how devotees who have never even, because I was just looking at Vidya Lalasa. I'll just read what Vidya Lalasa was saying, and then it reminded me of this point. She said, I also want to express my gratitude and indebtedness to Śrīla Gurudeva. I've never met him in person, but simply through his Harikatha, I have grown a special bond with him as my Shiksha Guru. He's taught me so much and helped me develop more nishta towards my Diksha Guru. He's right, it's like he's right here and he's never gone. When our Guru Vargas say that they live in their Vani, it is indeed true. His Harikatha has brought so many transformations in me and been encouraging me to keep going in hard times and always be hopeful. Yeah, and I just I've seen lots of like grand disciples of my Gurudev, or people not even disciples of my Gurudev, disciples of other gurus like you, and people who get so immersed in Gurudev's Harikatha and so inspired by Gurudev's Harikatha that they very often, these people know his Harikatha better than I do, because they like listen to it all day. Like they've listened to all the classes like they're just constantly reading his books, listening to his Harikatha, and like that's their complete absorption. And so like even though I've whatever, like, in 97 I got Harinam from Gurudev, and like from childhood I've like had a lot of time, but I feel like so many devotees who've never even had any contact with my Gurudev and aren't even grand disciples of him, but disciples of other gurus and stuff like that. They got so much from his Harikatha that they even have like they understand, like they have his connection. The connection that he gives is the most intimate connection is through the katha, the most intimate connection possible to have with a pure devotee. He's giving it to everybody through his Harikatha. And so that also gives so much hope that even though we don't have his direct physical association, we can still connect with him in the most intimate possible way. If we can just, I actually, maybe we can end with this. We read this already just recently, but I want to read it again because it's so important. But this quote from Param Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Keshav Goswami Maharaj. This he's showing by his example how to observe the disappearance day of one's guru. He's praying to all the servitors of Guru, those who are really feeling separation from Gurudev. And what does he pray to them? He says, this is Vani Kirtan, Srila Prabhupada's innermost desire. Vani, or sound, is received through one sensory organ only, the ears. In other words, the other four senses are impotent to receive it. It is impossible to approach an object that lies beyond the senses through the medium of the senses. Indeed, we attain auspiciousness to the extent that we are able to limit the involvement of the senses. This is precisely why Shravan, why hearing, and Kirtan, why chanting, are considered superior to the other limbs of bhakti. If my mentality of considering Sri Guru to be a mere mortal has not vanished after hearing the kirtan of the transcendental instructions from your lotus mouths, then my performance of the limbs of bhakti executed through the other senses is futile also. What doubt can there be about this? In the present age, every limb of bhakti needs to be performed in conjunction with kirtan. Although limbs of bhakti other than Shravan and Kirtan exist, they do not bestow the highest result without Kirtan. Therefore, by the boundless mercy of you all, O servitors of Gurudev, I have been able to understand that Kirtan is independent and the topmost sadhan. Only bhakti characterized by Shravan and Kirtan constitutes preaching and is Bhagavata Mata, that's the Manobhishta of Sri Chaitanya. Whereas bhakti that involves the construction of mats and temples, service to the deities, archana, and so on, is Pancharatrik Mata. That's the system of formal deity worship. You have allowed me to understand that the sole ontological reason for Srila Prabhupada's appearance was to preach the conceptions of the Bhagavat Parampara. Kirtan is the sole fruit of Kirtan. Kirtan alone is seva, and Kirtan is also prem. Srila Jiva Goswami has written in his Kram Sandarbha, Yadyapanya Bhakti Kalo Kartavya Tada Kirtanakya Bhakti Samyogenaiva Ityuktam. In Kali Yuga, the limbs of bhakti other than kirtan are also to be performed, but only in conjunction with kirtan. Srila Prabhupada has himself said, let there be representatives of the Pancharatric process. Let temples be constructed and deities worshipped. But those who belong to the better class, the higher class, engage in preaching activities. To propagate Vaikuntha Nam everywhere is the most cherished desire of Mahaprabhu. Our preaching process should be like this. Let pamphlets be printed profusely. It does not matter whether or not the mats and temples are erected. Even in his final instructions, Srila Prabhupada specifically cautioned us. We have not come to this world as masons to deal with stone or wood. We are peons of Sri Chaitanya Dev's message. Let people practice any one or several of the limbs of bhakti independently of kirtan. We shall practice only kirtanakya bhakti, as instructed by Srila Prabhupada. And then this is what I wanted to come to actually. One must present one's ears to hear the Vani. One must present one's ears to hear the Vani. Because I maintained the conception that Srila Prabhupada was an ordinary human being, none of his words ever entered my ears. Therefore, he would often say, first, prepare your ears. Develop transcendental Shraddha. By doing so, you will attain the qualification to hear the Siddhanta of the Bhagavat. Now I realize in the core of my heart the essence of this instruction. I'm just going to skip. So then he says, therefore, I'm skipping ahead a bit. Therefore, I pray to the servitors of Sri Guru to help me first present my ears. Until I ready my ears for this purpose, I'll be the subject of the statement, Upadesho hi murkanam prakopaya nashantaye. Instructions given to fools serve only to anger them, not pacify them. So I'm just ending our session today with, I think that's the ultimate prayer to have, that on this day of Śrīla Gurudev's disappearance, then we pray to the servitors, to those who are really serving and hearing and trying to please Śrīla Gurudev, sincerely trying to please Gurudev. We pray to them that I'll be able to one day present my ears to Śrīla Gurudev, and I'll be able to actually get what he's giving so much energy and effort through his books, through his Harikatha, what he's trying to give me, that I'll actually be able to present my ears and receive that thing from him. And that is the ultimate way to perform Guru Puja. And if we're able to do that, if we're actually able to take his Harikatha, to actually sincerely present our ears to him, that means trying to follow his instructions, whatever he's saying, to please him, then we'll come to that state where we're, like Uma Didi was saying in her offering, that we'll be performing Guru Puja not just once a year on his appearance day, but every day will be Guru Puja. We'll be and that is Guru Puja. Guru Mukha Paramavakya Chittete Koriya Aikya. When we make the words emanating from the lotus mouth of Sri Guru, when those words is what molds us. Like we come to before Śrīla Gurudev in such a submissive way that his words are what shapes us, who we are, and all our desires and everything. And once we can do that, then we can perform Guru Puja at every moment. And so, yeah, that's I think we can end here on that note. And yeah, Jai Śrīla Gurudev ki Jai. All the servitors of Śrīla Gurudev ki Jai. Oh, and Sarveshwari Mataji, the article is called Separation from Srila Prabhupada on His Appearance Day. It's in Rays of the Harmonist. I think you can find it in Rays of the Harmonist number 25. Anyways, if you send me a message, I can send it to you. So. All right. I'll just do a short Mahamantra, and then I'll do a Jaidvani, and then we'll end for today. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Sachinandan Jai Gaura Hari, Sachinandan Jai Gaura Hari. Jai Radha Raman Bihari, Radha Raman Bihari Radhe. Jaya Rupa Raghunath, Jai Rupa Raghunath, Rupa Raghunath, Jai Rupa Raghunath. Jaya Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Gurudeva, 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 Jai Gurudeva, 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 Jaya Gurudeva, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Shri Sachinandan Gaur Hari Ki Jai, Jai Shri Gandharvika Giridhari Ki Jai, Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai, Shri Radha Raman Bihari Ju Ki Jai. Jai Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju Ki Jai. Jai Shri Nityalala Pravishta Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Shri Gurudeva Ki Jai. Jai Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashuttarashata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupad Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Trivikram Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashuttarashata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashuttarashata Shishimar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashuttarashata Shishimar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishta Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai. Jai Shri Srila Baladev Vijibhushan Prabhu Ki Jai. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Narottam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu Trai Ki Jai. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Par Ki Jai. Shri Rup Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Padadas Raghunath Shar Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda Ki Jai. Namachay Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जाय. Shikshetra Mandala, Gora Mandala, Vraja Mandala, Mathura Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Sarva Abhishta Vardhata Giriraj Maharaj ki jai, Shri Radha Kunda Shama Kund ki jai, Shri Yamuna Devi Ganga Devi ki jai, Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi ki jai, Shri Bhakti Devi ki jai, Shri Purnamasi Yoga Maya ki jai, Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev ki jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Vrindai Tulsi Devai Priyai Keshavashacha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavatai Namo Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyashta Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Dandavat pranams, dear devotees, Nri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Sarveshwari Mataji, Shri Devi Didi, Chatamai Mataji, let's see, Jayadev Prabhu, Kishore Prabhu, Vidyalalasa Didi, Vrinda Didi, Pramila Mataji, Ganga Mataji, Rukmini Didi, Amit Dandekar, and so many, Vangsiwala Prabhu, and so many other devotees, Dandavat pranams. And pranams Chandrasekhar. Yeah. Yeah, Haribol. Just one thing, I just quick one couple sentences. I think it was in Damodarashtakam or somewhere. Gurudev was saying, if we don't have taste for Harinam, Harinam is really boring for us and it's dry, then that's not too much concern. But there should be taste for Harikatha. Because by getting a taste for Harikatha, then we automatically get taste for Harinam. Right? Like we are not able to perform kirtan without doing Shravan. And then Gurudev said also, and even if you don't have taste in Shravan and listening to Harikatha, just do it and then the taste will come. And so that's why every day we have to, really the way to please Śrīla Gurudev, to please all of our Guru Varga, is just to spend some time every day, trying every day, not a single day should ever go by where we don't give some amount of time to their Harikatha, to all these books that they've written, and not go through the books for getting gyan, for getting some knowledge, but really doing it in a mood that this is the way that I can please you, and like trying to read them sincerely, and it's very helpful. Actually, it's essential, really, that we that we read these books, because what is the first of the 5 limbs of bhakti? What is the first? It's sadhu sangha, and then nam kirtan and bhagavat shravan. So we always pray that we can be in sangha of like-minded devotees who are more advanced than us, sincere devotees who are honest and who have a sincere desire to please Shri Guru, and we can every day spend some time reading their words, and then one day maybe Krishna will be merciful to us and then send a pure devotee like that in our lives again. But at any moment we can have direct, intimate connection with Śrīla Gurudev. He's always available, and we just have to, follow his words. Present to our ears. That's what Param Gurudev said, right? Present to our ears. All right. Dandavat pranams. Oh, and I see was Chatamai Mataji saying, she just left. Oh, wow. Very nice. Anyways, she just left, but she said that Śrīla Gurudev's writings have deepened her appreciation for Śrīla Prabhupada, for Bhakti Tirtha Swami, and for His Holiness Radhanath Swami. And so, yeah, it's very beautiful. So, yeah. All right. Dandavat pranams, everybody.
Thank you for bringing those points again. Very important and encouraging that, if you have a taste for Harikatha, well, it resolves the other. But even if you don't, like you were saying, just bring yourself, bring this body, and it will permeate through. Like Srivas Prabhu was saying, the Vapu can be challenged. And we could have like the wrong memory
cheat us.
Yeah. But Vani will never vanish. Vani will never.
Yes.
I just to take time at the end. But when you were talking about Prema Vivarta and you were discussing Kunti and Draupadi's feelings, I'd never understood that before. And
just amazing
and
revelation.
then I realized one time, the last time Śrīla Gurudeva was in the United States, and he was in the airport getting ready to leave, Bhagawat said to him, "You're our dear uncle." And I said, "Much more." And he said, "Yes. What do you mean? You know, like, continue. What do you mean by much more?" And I wanted to say, "You're my mother, my father, my guru, my brother, my sister, my lover, my husband." But then I thought, well, I can't say that about my guru. So I didn't say anything. But now I'm understanding that you can say that, you know.
Or at least
It's in the Guru Vandana, Guru Mata, Guru Pita, Guru Hanpati. How does it go? Yeah, Guru Mata, Guru Pita, Guru Hanapati. And I remember it's actually in one of Srila Vamana Goswami Maharaj's letters, somebody asked about that. Maybe it's Uma Didi.
Probably.
Maybe we could find about that.
But I mean,
anyways.
I did know that it could be said, but I didn't feel that I should say it. I became embarrassed. And so I didn't speak that, but now I can say that to Gurudev. I can. Anyway, thank you very much.
Very well. Dandavat Pranam Prabhu. Okay. So we'll see you all tomorrow for we will continue our reading of a book that Śrīla Gurudeva emphasized so much. Actually, maybe tomorrow we'll read just a little other thing that we'll read tomorrow. We'll read Param Gurudev, just the end of Param Gurudev's introduction to Jaiva Dharma. Param Gurudev glorifies Gurudev in a really beautiful way. So so we'll read that, and then we will continue on with our reading of Dashmula Shiksha and Jaiva Dharma, and we're on Jiva Tattva. Yeah. So, all right. Dandavat pranams, everybody.